This vacation started on Friday the 8th in March 2019. My first major destination is from Los Angeles to the Phoenix area, roughly about 400 miles away. Let me tell you, I was excited and in a hurry to get my vacation going. I was off that Friday, so I was confident by leaving at 1 o'clock I would be able to beat the rush hour traffic in the afternoon. Boy, I don't know what I'd been smoking. I must have been daydreaming, thinking I could get out of LA in a hurry. Rush hour traffic must be a 24/7 thing in Los Angeles. Doing 20 miles per hour on the freeway is not my idea of leaving town in a hurry. After traveling at a snail's pace for over an hour, traffic finally lightened up enough for me to go at a decent speed. On my way to Arizona, I made a quick stop at Indian Canyon Drive in the North Palm Springs area. I did it so I could see this Volkswagen Beetle transformed into a giant spider. Or was it a giant spider that looked like a Volkswagen Beetle? Either way, I took a quick look and got back on the road. My first major stop in Arizona would be the city of Mesa. Here's the flag for Mesa. Pretty cool, huh? But my main reason for my stop in Mesa was to spend some time with my 92-year-old father. I planned on spending a few days there, and as usual, when we get together, a lot of that time is spent eating out. But it wasn't all eating out. One day we decided to make a trip to the little tourist town of Tortilla Flat. The great thing about Tortilla Flat is half the fun is getting there. Our first stop was to see the Elvis Presley Chapel in Apache Junction. That's Superstition Mountain in the background. Why do they call it the Elvis Presley Chapel? I have no idea. But one thing I do know is, yep, that's a statue of Elvis Presley in the chapel. And to answer your question, I don't know why. Oh, by the way, thanks for the picture of Elvis, Dad. Here's the twisting road that goes to Tortilla Flats, and here are some of the saguaro cacti that line the road. In the United States, the saguaro are only found in southern Arizona, although a few rogue strays might be found in southeastern California. Here's a shot of some wildflowers that was alongside the road, and here's a close-up picture I took of a few of them. The saguaro can grow up to 60 feet tall, live up to 200 years, and if fully hydrated, can weigh up to 4,800 pounds. Almost to Tortilla Flat, you pass by a pretty canyon lake. And soon after that, we found ourselves in Tortilla Flat. Like Tombstone, Tortilla Flat calls itself the town too tough to die. I guess this one cowpoke was that tough after all. If you do make it to Tortilla Flats, make sure you stop off at the Superstition Restaurant and Bar for a bite to eat. Good food, and the walls of this place are covered with dollar bills that tourists have signed their names to. Trust me, I was in seventh heaven surrounded by all those dollar bills. The place has saddles for bar stools. Yeehaw! That must have been one badass javelina. I saw this subtle reminder to not criticize the chef's cooking. What's cool about the place is that with all that money on the wall, they hired John Wayne, the Duke, to guard it. So don't even think about taking one measly dollar.
You do that and I'll kill you.
Close to Tortilla Flat is a gold-filled ghost town, so we made a stop there to take a look around. Here's a shot of Superstition Mountain in the distance from the ghost town. According to legends, the Superstition Mountains are supposed to be home to a rich, hidden gold mine, whose whereabouts are unknown only to the lost Dutchman who carried the secret location of the mine to his grave. Fortunately for us, through some crafty dealings and a large sum of money, I was able to obtain a map to the gold mine. Let's see. Here's the starting place. We go here, and then go there. Unfortunately, I don't know where here or there is. Here's a shot I took of one of the many saguaros found at the Goldfield Ghost Town. Some people may call me a tree hugger, but here's a pretty doggone good reason why you'll never see me hugging a saguaro cactus. This is a look at the Mammoth Saloon, located in the ghost town. And of course, every ghost town has to have its own bordello. Naturally, it's a popular place, but kids going to it? Now that just isn't right. That was pretty much it for us that day. We both got a good night's sleep in preparation for the next day. The next day, we decided to go to Papago Park in Tempe. Dad, proud of the new, modern metro line in the city, insisted that we take it for a ride to the park. Papago Park is known for its rock formations and is also home to the Phoenix Zoo and the Desert Botanical Garden. Here's a picture of me and my dad at Papago Park. Here's some of the scenery at Papago Park. As you can see, that hole in the rock is a popular spot to go to. After that, we hopped back on the Valley Metro system and headed over to Old Town Scottsdale. Old Town Scottsdale is several blocks of restaurants, art stores, and souvenir shops. Speaking of restaurants, I saw this sign outside of one of them. One of my favorite stores there had a lot of unique kind of gifts, including these one-of-a-kind welcome mats. That was pretty much it for the rest of the day. We relaxed the rest of the night watching TV. I had a 290-mile drive to Page in northern Arizona tomorrow, and I knew I had to be rested up for the big day. The next morning, imagine my disappointment when rain was predicted for all of Arizona.
Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Okay, I may have overreacted a little bit, but still, why did sunshine have to turn to rain on one of my big vacation days? After a hearty breakfast of pancake, bacon, and eggs at the Hoosier Cafe in Mesa, I was back on the road to Page, Arizona. Well, they were right about the rain, and how about adding a little bit of snow, too? This is the scenery near Flagstaff, Arizona. Cold, wet, and miserable. Just north of Flagstaff, I made a stop at the Sunset Crater Volcano National Monument. That's right, that kind of volcano. Here's a look at the visitor center, and here's another view of it. I went inside to pay for my $25 entrance fee. Imagine my surprise when I got in free because of my National Park Senior Pass. Woohoo! First up was a short trail, named after the type of lava that consists of free chunks and very jagged pieces. Here's the trail right there. And here are a couple hikers on the trail. This landscape was like something from a different world. Next up, the slightly longer lava flow trail. You can see that part of the trail was actually paved. Here's a picture of me on the trail. And this is where those stairs lead to. Some people in the distance on the lava flow trail. Here's one of the many trails that go up and down the hills in the park, made out of the jagged lava rock. And then it was back on the road to Page, Arizona. My first stop would be Horseshoe Bend. The parking lot was closed because of construction, so I had to take a shuttle bus there. You can see by the people lined up here that it was a popular destination. This is where the shuttle lets you off. First off, you gotta walk up this slight hill. There's my destination down below. That doesn't look too bad of a walk. Uh-oh, wait a second. Holy. Well, I made it down here. Here's a pan of the Horseshoe Bend. Beautiful, isn't it? Even in the crummy weather. It was hard to tell, but it looked like some kind of little building down below there. My movie camera doesn't have a very good wide angle on it. So here's a picture I took of Horseshoe Bend with my camera. This gives you a little bit better idea of what it looks like. After that, I went to my motel and called it a night. The main reason I went on this trip was coming up tomorrow. I was going to have a busy day, and I wanted to make sure that I was good and rested. This is pretty much the end of part 1 of the trip to Arizona. Part 2 of the 2019 trip to Arizona includes both Antelope Canyons. Now I want you to look at the middle of your TV screen and repeat after me. I will watch part 2 of the trip to Arizona. I will watch part 2 of the trip to Arizona. I will watch part 2 of the trip to Arizona.